Hello and welcome to the Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes Let's Play. Mike, go ahead and say hi.
Oh, hey, what's going on?
So,
I was just trying to think of something clever to say, but then I got distracted by... I don't know.
Snake's glorious hair.
I wasn't going to say it, god damn it, Adrian.
That's not gay, it's okay, because his hair is glorious. Hey, should we do it on normal or hard?
No, we're not doing this on hard. Especially since this time around we're pretty much just going to be fucking around through the main story and finding all the interesting little whatevers.
Yeah, this should be pretty fun.
See, our little Metal Gear adventure is just getting started. We're finished with Rising, but we're going to be doing this in the Phantom Pain.
Yeah, this channel's going to be oversaturated with Metal Gear content, which is why I'll get something up that's a little bit different later. I swear.
And I'm not just the Metal Gear guy, of course.
I'm the Final Fantasy guy.
Oh, that's true.
I'll get around to it eventually.
It does make me wonder why I'm friends with you sometimes.
What? Oh. Jeez. I'm giving Metal Gear a try. You should try out Final Fantasy.
Alright, just so long as you don't make me start with Lightning Returns.
I won't make you play 13. That's not where you make anyone start. That's awful. But anyway, you want to explain what's going on? Give me some context here.
Alright, well, what do you remember about Peace Walker?
Paz is a lolicon.
Okay,
Okay, she's 25, I know it, but I'm just saying they drew her like a freaking lolicon, so I thought she was 15 when the first time I saw her in the cutscene.
Okay, also, lolicon is the word for someone who likes lollies. Lolly is the word for someone who...
Sorry, Snake's a lolicon. She's a lollipop.
Again, I'm really ashamed of the fact that I know all this stuff.
We're nerds. We have to know this stuff so we can avoid it.
Oh my god. Well, anyway. Well, seeing as how that was the most expansively plot-important detail that you seem to recall...
Okay, I also remember there was the whole thing about nuclear deterrence, and that seemed to be a major plot point in Peace Walker.
Yeah, well, that's a big part of the entire
Well, it seems to be, yeah. But as far as that goes, that's all I can really remember. I don't remember any like significant characters dying or anything like that in that particular game or something like that.
Okay, well, the idea is that during the course of Peace Walker, Paz was revealed to be a spy, and she was...
I remember that. Yeah.
And then she was, like, blown out into the ocean or something like that when she tried to hack into Metal Gear Zeke or whatever. And here she turns out to have survived and was found drifting in the ocean, where she was promptly picked up by this charming fellow over here.
Skullface?
Yes. His name is Skullface because...
He's a skull on face.
Because it's really important to establish just how villainous he is. And he's talking to
Chico.
He's talking to Chico, another supporting character from Peace Walker.
He's so unimportant that they name him Chico.
I don't remember if that's a nickname or if that's his actual name.
In Spanish, it means boy.
I think it's his actual name. The only important thing that I remember about him is that he's voiced by the same guy who voiced Pit in Kid Icarus Uprising.
Did he actually do a good job with this? Kid Icarus Uprising and terrible voice acting.
No, it didn't! Well, okay, maybe a little bit. For Nintendo, it was good.
For Nintendo, what games have voice acting in it?
My point exactly.
Anything's good if you have nothing to compare it to.
Anyway, Chico set out to rescue Paz because he couldn't get over his precocious boy crush on her. And so he ended up getting captured as well.
How old is Chico? Because I know Paz is like 20-something, right?
Yeah, I think he's like 13.
Oh, well, I guess that's understandable.
He's got hormones, you know. But,
I always get the feeling they abuse these kids in here.
Well, I'll be getting to that when we...
Well, I'm just saying, I didn't go through all the audio tapes, which we will be talking about that, or at least Mike will, and I'll be reacting to it.
When we discuss the story later, I'll be talking about the abuse controversy, because this, in spite of the fact that this game is like half an hour long, it still managed to be the most controversial MGS ever released. Although I'm willing...
You mean the $40 demo?
I'm willing to bet Phantom Pain will top it. But yeah, good point. That alone was controversial enough. But content-wise, this game takes a big nosedive downward, especially after Peace Walker, which was easily the lightest and softest in the series. I mean, that was the game that had the non-canonical mission where it was a crossover with Monster Hunter, where Big Boss gets picked up by like a feline in a rowboat and takes him over to an island where he fights Tigrex. It was ridiculous.
It sounds like something Laura Croft would do in Tomb Raider.
But you know what? It worked. I think Monster Hunter plus Metal Gear made for one of the most epically awesome crossovers I've ever seen. But
That's bizarre just thinking about it. I'm just trying to wrap my head around it.
It is bizarre. See, I'm almost as much of a as big of a Monster Hunter geek as I am a Metal Gear geek. And so seeing the two of them in the same game like that was just...
That's why I love Kingdom Hearts, because it has Disney and Final Fantasy in the same game.
Oh, Kingdom Hearts. I realize that must really hit the nostalgia button for a lot of people.
Not me.
Considering I was never a Disney kid or a Final Fantasy kid, I've never seen the appeal of Kingdom Hearts. To me, it's just a jumble of cartoonish anime kids with gigantic clown feet mumbling on about hearts and nobodies and keys and shit.
My nobody's gonna F up your everybody. I don't know. What do you think about this song right here?
Here's to You. It's a song that's been played throughout the whole series, and to be honest, I just don't see the appeal. It doesn't fit in my opinion. It's one of the worst recurring songs in the soundtrack. I never realized how much I disliked Here's to You. I guess if it wasn't so ubiquitous, I wouldn't mind it quite as much.
Does he look like the Thing from Fantastic Four? His face.
No, he looks worse.
Worse.
Fortunately for him, he's much smarter.
The Thing isn't smart.
Now, from what we see very little of Skullface in this game, and for the
he's in the opening cutscene and ending cutscene. That's it.
For the most part, when most of the development that he gets in Ground Zeroes is from one of the hidden audio tapes, and it does a really impressive job at establishing just what kind of person he is and where he came from, and hinting at what he's after. Because his motives are still unknown. He's being built up as the big baddie of Phantom Pain, in spite of the fact that anybody who's played any of the chronologically later Metal Gear games knows that Zero is the big baddie of the Phantom Pain. But in spite of that, Skullface is a man without a name, without a country, without a mother language, and without a face. And he's
got a very beautiful face.
It's very heavily implied that his goal is to make Big Boss into someone like him. It's the classic villain trick of wanting to, quote-unquote, break the hero. And, of course, this is something that we've seen a lot in fiction. But I feel like this is going to be a really major part of the Phantom Pain. And if it's given enough attention and detail, then it could be really compelling. Especially because everybody knows that Big Boss has to end that game as the villain that he is in the original MSX titles.
Alright. Yeah, basically this whole game is only one mission, essentially.
Yep.
You just have to rescue Chico and Paz, and that's it.
Of course, sort of ingeniously. Now, I'm certainly not defending the fact that this is a $40 demo, but I would say that it was a cool move to release this part of the story a year in advance because of the plot development that happens at the end that sort of justifies the gap between this and Phantom Pain, in spite of the fact that they're both basically the same story and the same experience.
Is this mission in Phantom Pain, or no?
Oh, no, I don't think so.
So Phantom Pain picks up where it left off?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I guess since we're not really worrying about spoilers, I mean, the whole mission is going to be over in like an hour or something, so I might as well say that.
Well, actually, you can beat this in about 10 minutes, but
yeah, well, we're not going to. We're just going to be fucking.
We know where to go. We just want to dick around.
Yeah. But at the end of this mission, Big Boss is put into a coma, and in the story, he's in it for 9 years before waking up for the events of Phantom Pain, and I think giving us a year of real time to wait while he's out in that coma is a nice little bit of meta storytelling.
What do you think about the Snake's new voice actor?
Ooh, honestly,
do you care or not really?
Well, I do care, but I'm not one of the purists who's all like finicky about it has to be David Hayter under every possible circumstance, etc., and so forth. To be honest, I actually still think it's too early to judge Kiefer Sutherland because, I mean, listen to how few lines he has in Ground Zeroes. He's really just a very reactive kind of presence. He doesn't have any of Hader's usual long monologues. the few lines he does have aren't particularly important. They're just sort of incidental, context-based lines. And it's impossible to say at this point how he's interpreting the character. But from what people have said so far, he seems to be doing a fairly decent job. Of course, people are going to be resistant of this change because it came so suddenly right at the end of the series' life cycle. And I think it would have been better if they changed Big Boss's voice actor in Portable Ops. I think it was appropriate to have him have the same voice as Solid Snake in Snake Eater, which was the starting point for him, which sort of shows just how much he and Solid started out similarly. And then they took divergent paths, as Solid became more and more of a hero, and Big Boss became more and more of a villain. I think after Snake Eater, they should have changed his voice to something different to reflect that. And the fact that they didn't do it until now makes it a lot more jarring.
Now, what was the crouch button?
I don't remember. See, I played this on PC, so... This actually has...
Oh, okay, X. Okay.
Now, out of all of the ports of Japanese games I play for PC, this has by far the best mouse and keyboard scheme. In fact, I would go so far as to say that I like it better than the controller in every way.
Even the Xbox 360 controller?
Yeah, even my precious, beloved Xbox 360 controller.
Alright, how should I do this?
I think you can run, and then... okay, I spoke too soon. Move, or something.
Hey guys, I've never played Metal Gear before.
Yes, you have. You played this game.
I've quote-unquote played it. Now, here we go.
You have gotten to the end of this, right?
Yeah, I played it. I mean, I didn't play it the way it was meant to be played.
Well, the great thing about this is that there's not really a way that it's meant to be played. You can... It accommodates all sorts of playstyles. Everything is valid.
It accommodates idiots like me who have no idea what they're doing.
And according to the reviews, Phantom Pain is pretty lenient on people who want to just go and run and gun. It'll give you a high rank for missions if you stick to a particular strategy and execute it well, even if it doesn't involve stealth in any way.
Okay, so let's play this non-stealthily.
Well, in order to do the most amount of fucking around, we're gonna want to get rid of a lot of these soldiers.
Okay. Well, he's running away.
Ugh.
Oh.
Chase after him!
Actually, what I'm going to do is go up here and use it as a vantage point. It's funny, because this game actually has, it's interesting. It has regenerating health.
Yeah.
Which I think that's new for the Metal Gear franchise. I mean,
it is.
Not even Rising had regenerating health.
It's very much, it's a lot more of an action game than its predecessors.
Come on.
And yet at the same time, a lot of people have said that it feels more like a stealth game than any game since Snake Eater. I think it's got a lot of influence from Splinter Cell and stealth
Come
games
on,
like
aim.
that.
Aim at him.
Oh, for goodness sake.
I know what I'm doing.
You're not firing when the crosshairs are red, though.
I'm shooting with a controller. This isn't easy.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, on the mouse and keyboard, you can get easy headshots.
Although the DualShock 4 is pretty, it has a nice, feedback and stuff. Like, I think it's decent.
I'm so freaking pissed off because my computer uses an AMD Radeon HD 7970, and with a recent update to the AMD drivers, there was a glitch that made Ground Zeroes completely unplayable. It crashes on startup for AMD users 100% of the time, and it took the support team a month to figure out what the heck was going on, and once they did figure out what was going on, they're like, oh, okay, it was just the new drivers, the 15.8 ones work fine, so all you have to do is wait one more week for the 15.8 drivers, and then you'll be able to play our game again. Like, well, for God's sake, Phantom Pain will be out by then. I really wanted to dust up my skills in this game before Phantom Pain, but it looks like I won't be able to do that, except over here.
Alright, what are we doing? Should I stealth him?
Well, alright, sure. Yeah, you've already gone in running and gunning, now try a little stealth.
And it's funny, because the running and gunning actually feels pretty good in this game.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, my iDroid.
Let's see, where was I in my little story discussion?
Oh, where are we heading right now? I think I'm going the right way.
Yeah.
Let me know if I go off track. I'm actually going to hide out in the grass and wait for this guy.
Feel free to take your time, because...
Yeah, I know, this game's short. I might as well.
We can do some exploring.
Mark you. Mark you. How do I stealth the kill?
R2. That's really, really threatening, bringing out the binoculars behind an enemy's back.
F him.
Oh man, you want to hide his body in the grass.
I don't care.
And just leave a cryptic trail of dead bodies.
I'll leave it to where I'm going, and then I'll hide out, and I'll kill them all.
You could at least interrogate them and ask them what their favorite milkshake flavor is.
Alright, fine, I'll ask them what their favorite milkshake flavor is, courtesy of 0 punctuation.
Oh, don't give away the sources of all our jokes.
Alright, fine.
Anyway, what was I talking about story-wise?
Big Boss, why you like him.
That's very broad, because I could talk about that for hours.
Alright, I think we're going to go on about Chico and Paz. Oh! Yeah, let's climb up here.
Yeah, Chico, Paz, and Skullface are the primary players in this little story arc here. And one of the best parts of this game that people usually won't notice if they're just trying to get through it is Paz's audio diary. And
well, here I can show you. If you wrong one. If you go on the iDroid, well, actually, okay, yeah, right.
Well, don't bother
there.
playing any of them because the
I'm just showing where they are.
Volume isn't high enough.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying this is where they are if you're looking for them.
I'm sure people know how to navigate a menu, Adrian.
Shut up.
Anyway, I found that diary to be one of the most important. Oh my God, you're making me sick! Stop doing that.
All right, what do you want? Where do you want me to go now?
I don't care where you go. Just go somewhere and do something entertaining.
All right.
You should have let me play.
I'll let you play in the second half. Let me go to Chico.
Okay. Yeah, Paz's diary was an important part of the story because it does a lot to not introduce important plot elements. It doesn't tell you anything that you wouldn't have known from playing Peace Walker, but it really sets the mood. It establishes a lot of things like what life was like at Mother Base during the events of Peace Walker. It explained a lot of what the deal was with the relationship.
Who's looking at me?
That tent right there. That tent has eyes, and it's staring right at you, and it's going to report to its superiors.
That's weird. Oh.
Maybe you want to like press up against the wall and look out.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
It's coming from the other side, the other side of the tent.
Yeah, I know.
So why aren't you looking around it? This is why I can't let you play Metal Gear.
Shut up! Guys, this is how noobs play Metal Gear.
Oh my God. Establish relationships between the
characters. Oh,
characters.
that's not what I wanted to do!
Oh my God, stop interrupting me! Establish relationships between the characters. It described the atmosphere of the base and the general atmosphere of what it was like to be a soldier under Big Boss during that sort of halcyon period. A lot of people said it was really jarring to go from the sort of light, silly, T-rated happiness of Peace Walker to the ridiculously dark, gritty, gloomy negativeness of Ground Zeroes. But to me, it makes perfect sense, because Ground Zeroes is really the beginning of the end. Peace Walker represented the time when things were great for Big Boss and Militaire Sans Frontières. And Ground Zeroes is the starting point for where it all starts to crumble. Shoot that guy in the head.
Come on.
Do it!
Hold on, it won't let me target him. Let me target him!
That tiny little thing of rock is... Oh, you did it.
Yeah.
The beginning of Big Boss's descent into villainy is when
How should I kill him?
You don't have to kill him, he's fast asleep.
Alright, fine.
Maybe you, string him up on that cactus and take all his clothes off and,
why not?
Paint graffiti messages on his body or something.
This is where you can find Chico.
Yeah. As I was saying before, I kept getting interrupted like 7 times. The beginning of the end for Big Boss is when he sort of gets... What are you doing?
I'm trying to move!
You're doing a sexy little river dance there.
I wasn't trying to do that.
A guy needs to take time in the middle of a mission to get the little jitterbug out of his system.
Guys, I'm really good at this game.
When he sort of gets like... Oh, I don't think I should do that. When he sort of gets psychologically broken by the destruction of Mother Base and basically the destruction of everything that he's worked so hard to build. MSF wasn't just a business venture or an organization for him. It was a family. It was his own country. He felt like he had been betrayed by every country that he'd ever been part of. And by creating that nation of soldiers, he felt like he had made a place for himself where he truly belonged. And when Cypher, also known as Zero, sort of incites this Ground Zeroes mission, which is ultimately just a distraction for his true plan, which is to destroy Mother Base, that's what sends Big Boss into a coma, and then when he wakes up, he's sort of a changed man, and it just becomes worse and worse and worse over the course of Phantom Pain until it reaches the point where he becomes a true villain. I think Chico's on the opposite end.
Over here?
Yeah. He's in the cage on the far right.
Ah, that's right. It's been a little while since I played it.
Yeah.
I don't play Metal Gear, so this is why I don't know anything.
And so, of course, the great question of Phantom Pain is not what's going to happen, but how and why. What's really going to be the tipping point for Big Boss? And from what the reviews say, the
game hasn't come out yet. We were recording it a few days before, just letting you guys know.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. None of us know anything yet.
We don't know anything.
Apparently, the final hours of the game are going to give people a lot to think about, a lot to wonder about. It doesn't just provide closure for the series, but it also opens up a lot of surprising and unforeseen implications. And I can't wait to find out what that means. This is a story like 28 years in the making if you count the original two MSX titles.
Mm-hmm. It was Aliens the whole time.
Remind me not to let you write on the game we end up co-developing. Adrian.
I'm so writing it. It's gonna be aliens. Sexy aliens. With like 800 tits.
I think that's a few
Actually, wait, no, that's a Bloodborne boss. Sorry. Bloodborne. Don't use Bloodborne boss concept, do not steal.
It's easy to confuse.
So Chico was, I guess, freaking out.
Yeah, he's
stressed.
He's obviously got PTSD because he's been through hell. Like, if you listen to some of the audio tapes that reveal what exactly happened during his captivity, he went through things that no one should go through, let alone a 13-year-old kid.
Was it? Okay, wasn't it? I don't remember. After I listened to all the audio tapes, was it implied that they were sexually abused and stuff like that? Because I feel like
yes.
I didn't listen to audio. I listened to like one of them, and I was like, oh, that sounds a little sketchy.
It is sketchy, yeah, and I know we'll have to talk about that when we get to it. But I want to save the heavy stuff for a little later.
Ouch.
Yeah, I mean that's nasty. I mean, I don't think you'd ever be able to walk again.
The cool thing about this game is, I like how it doesn't end with you getting to the guy. You actually have to extract the person yourself.
Yeah, you gotta do the whole...
most video games, you would have to...
Gotta do the whole shebang, even the boring parts.
Even the boring parts.
That's what I found with a few different modern games, is that parts that you would assume to be boring turn out not really to be. I think The Witcher 3 is a great example of that, where when you're hunting a monster, it's not a question of getting a quest from a guy and then going from point A to point B and killing the monster. You've got to investigate the area. You've got to figure out what kind of monster it is, how to properly prepare for the battle, what the best methods are of defeating the monster. All the silly menial stuff that you would assume wouldn't be at all fun to play really gets you into the experience so much more. Interrogate him.
Why? You can just kill him.
Ugh, you're no fun.
How am I no fun? You just gotta kill the guy, that's all you gotta do. Okay, let's get into the helipad.
This playthrough is not about efficiency, it's about fun, god damn it!
Fine. Alright, so let's have some fun with Chico. Open the door. Oh, what?
Oh, did you find a Zoff patch?
Yep. What is that?
They're just meaningless collectibles. In the opening cutscene, when you see the soldier dropping those patches out of the window, you know what's funny?
Walking over his body. Ow. Ow!
Yeah, that's hilarious, Adrian.
Ow!
Oh my god, my sides are splitting.
Okay. Shoot.
Why don't you lure one of them over to that exploding barrel?
How can I do that?
I don't know.
Turn around.
Right.
Turn around. Okay.
You put your left leg in, you put your left leg out.
Alright, let's see.
Don't fall off! Okay. Okay.
Okay. That didn't go as planned.
Oh, just shoot the bastards and get it over with. Ooh, switch your gun and shoot the barrel. Totally out of range, but you can try. See, that's fun! It's fun to look at explosions. Look how fun it is. And now they're all freaked out and you can mess with them.
Alright, well, what kind of stuff do you want me to do?
I don't know. Just, go with your gut. Use a grenade. Yeah.
Grenade? Oh, he just ran away. Alright, fine. I'll just take Chico. Can I throw him off?
Bunch of cowards. No! Gonna have to start the whole thing over after that.
No, I mean, I just have to get him back out. Let's have some fun. You said let's have some fun, right?
Yes, well, fun doesn't involve throwing the hostage over the edge of the cliff. Actually, that does sound like fun, I have to admit.
Hey, he's right there.
That guy's gonna see you.
No, he won't. You're the kid. He's dead weight.
Like, throw Chico over the edge to distract them and then run to the helicopter by yourself. Nope, you failed. Also, don't waste all your trank gun bullets, because...
Oh, you want to use them?
I may.
Come up. Come up.
No!
It won't let me pick him up.
Game refuses.
Alright.
It's had enough of your bullshit.
Alright, guys. We're almost there. I did this pretty well.
This is actually we're not going to do it because the volume isn't very loud and there's copyright stuff and whatnot. But this is a great point to go into your audio tape menu and open up one of the epic tracks like Heaven's Divide while you're valiantly carrying the hostage to the helicopter and escaping from the whatevers and having something epic playing in the background. It sounds awesome.
Ooh. RV, like a car.
What was that ooh for? It's like, was that a sexual innuendo or something?
What, me? I didn't say anything.
Did you think the RV was a sexual innuendo because you went ooh afterwards?
Reverse bisectomy? Is that what it stands for?
Okay, I'm gonna pretend I never said that.
Alright, where am I?
Yeah, you're right there.
Yes! Now you gotta wait for the elevator. Oh, the elevator. The helicopter!
The elevator.
Waiting for the elevator. Sorry, I just got off of Metal Gear Rising.
There's a lot of waiting for elevators in Metal Gear Rising.
Come on. Who's saying Snake? Oh, it's Chico. Can I throw him in the water?
Nope.
What? I've never seen this scene.
Chico, where is Paz?
Yeah, that wasn't a well-delivered line. Oh, that'll ruin your day.
She's dead.
Yeah, it's... Oh, so that's what they recommend to listen to.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another thing. You'd think at the beginning that Skullface might be a villain, but at least he's a nice villain for giving Chico an audio tape to listen to while he's in prison. But nope! He just gets to hear the tortured screams of his loved one.
That's pretty sick.
It is pretty sick. Under other circumstances, I would say that Skullface is cartoonishly evil, but... Actually, no. Under these circumstances, I would say that Skullface is cartoonishly
Should I
evil.
put him out of his misery?
No, stop that.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I think you can, but you'd get a game over. Because Metal Gear is the sort of game that does let you do that stuff. Like, if you...
I called the helicopter, right?
I think you did.
Oh, okay, there it is.
Yeah, there it is.
I was wondering, I was like, why is it taking forever?
For instance, in Snake Eater, if you kill Ocelot, you'll get a game over, and you'll hear Colonel Campbell saying, "What's the matter with you, Snake? You've created a time paradox! You can't go changing the future like that!"
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
LZ.
Have it land on top of you.
Come on, crush my body. Alright, should be able to just toss him up there.
Yep.
Yep, F you. Extract it, Chico.
Chico's tape. Think it could give us a clue to Paz's location. Use your eyes.
She's underground.
So, yeah, I'm hoping that over the year or so since Ground Zeroes, Sutherland had a lot more time to get into the role.
Well, I would assume he would.
Yeah. On the other hand, I don't know if he's actually taking this at all seriously, because you know how big-name TV actors are about video games. Oh, they're just games for kids and shit. They're not really stories.
Alright. Okay, after this audio tape's done, I was thinking, how about we cut the part and switch over to
That
you?
sounds like a good idea.
You guys get to see how a noob plays Metal Gear, now you guys get to see how a Metal Gear fan plays Metal Gear.
Well, with the slight caveat of a Metal Gear fan who's only ever played this with a mouse and keyboard.
Ooh.
And can't aim for shit on these controllers, but yeah, we'll see.
It'll be fun.
I hear vehicles.
We'll find this, right? Nope.
Maybe. Yeah.
Oh.
And a flag.
Well, the audience isn't going to be able to hear this tape at all, so anything you have to say before we cut the part?
Oh, it has,
Teleport.
I don't like how they made this a $40 demo.
Oh, well, that's a very original thought you got there, buddy. But, like, yeah, that was absolute bullshit on Konami's part.
But I will admit this game got me pretty excited for Phantom Pain. I probably wouldn't have bought it if I hadn't played through this. But I got it on PlayStation Plus because I didn't have to pay for this.
And
so I'm not quite as angry. I just think it's stupid. I can mess with the body. I just think it's stupid that they would make people pay $40 for a 30-minute demo, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to be spending an hour on it because we're taking around.
I got it for $1.30 on Steam, so I'm pretty happy with my purchase.
Nice.
I would say from the time I got out of it, it would have been worth like maybe $10.
How do you throw?
I don't think you can throw bodies. I think you can just drop them. Oh, there you go.
F you.
Ah, see, that was fun. Aren't you
Oh!
glad you- Oh my god. What the hell is wrong with you? Alright, we're cutting the part here, guys. See you in the next one.
See you guys next part.